everyone, in today's lesson I'm going to show you how to draw some shoes, and particularly sneakers, because I'm going to do different shoes in different tutorials. So I'm going to show you how to draw it from the side, a 3/4 view, and the front view. So these are just some rough sketches I did ahead of time. So we're going to start with the side view, just to kind of get to know the shape of the shoe. So this is the back of the shoe here. Here's the top, obviously. And then it dips down a bit, and then for the top of the shoe it comes down at an angle and then straightens out at the toe. So this is just the basic shape, and then you can mold it however you like. For example, we'll make the heel stick out a bit. And we're also going to add in the sole of the shoe. And if you were drawing it really big like this, you could even show like the little grooves in the bottom of the shoe, but I'm not going to do that today. So once you're happy with the overall shape, we can move on to more of the details. I'm going to add in another line just above the sole. Just because most shoes, I was just looking at a pair of my own shoes and they kind of have another line of material there. And then when you're looking at the shoe from the side, you don't actually see much of the laces. I'll just draw a line really close to here for the area where the laces are. And it stops before, you want to leave a big enough section here, because a common mistake is to make the laces go almost to the tip of the shoe, and that just looks weird. So you know how we had this line that came down at an angle and then straightened out? Right where the angle stops, that's where your laces should stop. And you can draw in a tongue if you like. Where is my small eraser? And then the laces, you really only see this part of the lace. You only see where the string goes over once. You don't see it coming across back down. And if you want, you can draw these little circles where the lace actually goes into the shoe. It's probably not a detail you need if you're drawing it a lot smaller than this. And the line for the lace at the top goes a bit over this line here, because the lace is wrapping around it. And then I'm going to draw the bow at the top. This part can be a little tricky. Make sure it's floppy. And here's the end of the lace. And the rest of it just hangs on the other side, unless you want all the laces hanging on one side. And pretty much that's the basic structure of it. Then you can add any more details you want. Like sometimes you can see the fabric that's on the inside of the shoe sticks out the top of it and around the edges of the tongue. I'm also going to add some design to this shoe. Now I think we need to start moving on to the other views because this video is getting to be a bit too long here. So that is the side view. And now I'm going to move on to the front view because I think it's the next easiest one. And I'm just going to start with the top of the shoe. And then you kind of draw these lines spreading outwards a bit, because in this view the shoe is a bit foreshortened, so it looks bigger the closer it is to you, and the farther parts look skinnier. So there's the basic shape I want, and now I'm going to add in the sole again. Sorry if the camera's wobbling, I'm on a very wobbly table today. So just follow the curve of the shoe, and these lines will come straight down, or almost straight down. They can be sticking out slightly if you want. And then we'll draw in the tongue. And now the laces, and just like the body of the shoe, it gets a bit wider as it gets closer to you. And this is a view that's from the front but slightly above, if you can notice. Otherwise you'd see mostly just the bottom of the shoe here. So now I'm going to add the holes for the laces. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the other one, so I'll match that on this one. Just going to do this real rough for now. I think I might have skipped a hole, but whatever. It's just really roughly what the laces would look like, and then you draw the bow again. And it's best if the bow is not quite symmetrical, because your laces don't exactly hang perfectly. This is getting to be really messy with all these laces. Anyways, now I'm going to go in and do some more of the details. Like before, I had this line at the top. And if you want, you could add some kind of logo on the tongue. I don't know if you'd really see that in most of your pictures, because you wouldn't normally be drawing a shoe this big. I'm just trying to match the details from the other shoe I drew onto this one. And I don't think I left enough room at the toe, because see, I have this big area here. I didn't leave enough room for that on this shoe. And that area doesn't look as long from the front, since it is being foreshortened a bit. Quickly draw this back in, and then you can add any of the other details you had added in before. Don't really have a whole lot of time for this, but you get the idea. Now we'll move on to the 3/4 view. which can be a little tricky. Again, I'm starting with the top of the shoe. And I'm going to have the shoe sticking out kind of at an angle like this. So remember, we have the top of the shoe, then it angles out, and then levels off a bit, except this time this line's not going straight out. It's just less of a slope than this one. So this one's steeper, not as steep. And then where you get to where the heel would be, depending how high the top of your shoe is, angle this line down. Now I'm going to draw in the sole. And this line, when you're going to draw the sole at this end here, from this corner it should go straight down. And then curve it to match the shape of your shoe. Then we'll add in the tongue, which is slightly more to this side here, since it's a 3/4 view. And we'll add in the line for the laces. One, two, three, four, five, six. And you don't see the rings on the other side. Draw on the laces again. Those ones are a bit skinny, but... Oh, I am running out of lead. Just switch pencils. And I'll clean these lines up for you at the end. I'm just trying to quickly get this done before I run out of time. Draw in the bow. End of the lace, and then go back and add in your details. I actually don't like how high this shoe is. It's not really matching my other ones. And now, since I'm running out of time, I'm quickly going to ink this, and then I'll show you what it looks like at the end when the lines are all cleaned up.